So I hope you are completing your worksheets and staying safe. So today we are going to start a new chapter, that is latitudes and longitudes. It's a very interesting topic. So tell me, if your friend from another city or country is coming to visit you and he doesn't know where your house is, so how would you describe the location of your residence, where you live? Either you will send him your location if he has a GPS, or give directions on phone, right? So we'll start with locations first. So there are two types of locations: relative location and absolute location. What relative location is: when the position of a place, let's say your house, when the position of your house is described in relation to other places, it is called a relative location, because we relate a place to our location with the help of which we can find it more easily. For example, you may say that your house is second in the lane to the left of the park. The lane that is to the left of the park, your house is second in that lane. So you relate the park with your house, so that is called the relative location, and that will help your friend to find your house. Another type of location is absolute location. An absolute location tells us the exact location of a place, the exact position of a place on earth. For example, the address of your house. And you can also know about the absolute location of a place on map. For example, if you want to let me show you. If we want to see the Statue of Liberty, so let's search for it. Statue of Liberty. Okay, no. So this is the Statue of Liberty. The red point that you're watching is the absolute location of Statue of Liberty. This is the absolute location. We can see the street view also. See, that is the Statue of Liberty. Amazing, right? This is the absolute location of Statue of Liberty. Or we can take this example also. This is McDonald's. That this is its absolute location, the address. Okay. Now we have already discussed that our earth is slightly tilted and it is divided into two equal halves by equator, by a line in the middle, and the upper part is called the northern hemisphere and the lower part is called as the southern hemisphere, right? Like this is tilted, the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere, and this is the equator. Now a globe or a map has a number of lines drawn on it. These are imaginary lines, that means they do not exist in real, but we have drawn them. So these lines are called as latitudes and longitudes. As you can see here, these are the lines. These are the imaginary lines that are called latitudes and longitudes. Now we will discuss them in detail. Latitude. So the imaginary lines drawn parallel to the equator, adjacent to the equator, up to the poles, are called latitudes or parallels of latitude. The lines drawn parallel to the equator up to the poles, they are called parallels of latitude, and they run in east to west direction. These are the latitudes. This is the equator, and these are the lines parallel to it that are called parallels of latitude. Okay. Now we measure these latitudes in degrees. And the starting point of which is the equator. We start measuring these latitudes from the equator, and from the equator they start increasing, such as 1 degree north, then 2 degree north, then 3 degree north, and so on until we reach 90 degrees. That is the poles. 90 degree north is the north pole, and 90 degrees south is the south pole. We use the letters N and S. N is for northern and S is for southern. As you can see, this is the equator at 0 degrees. Then we have taken 20 degree interval. So this is the 0 degrees, then 5, 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 40 degrees, and 50 degrees. And between 0 to 10 there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1 degree north, 1 degree south, and then 2 degree north, 2 degree south. Similarly 50 degree north and 50 degree south. Okay, these are the latitudes. Now the equator is known as the Great Circle. The Great Circle, the biggest circle, because afterwards the size of the circles start to decrease. So equator is the Great Circle. Now there are a total of 181 lines of latitude. How many? 181. 90 degrees south, 90 latitudes in the southern hemisphere, 90 latitudes in the northern hemisphere, plus one of the equator, which makes it 181. Now there are some important latitudes, important circles or lines of latitudes. These are the Tropic of Cancer, Capricorn, Arctic and the Antarctic Circle, and the North Pole and the South Pole. So the equator, you know that the equator is located at 0 degrees. The Tropic of Cancer is located at 23.5 degree north, because it lies in the northern hemisphere. So it lies at 23.5 degree north. Similarly, Tropic of Capricorn, it lies at 23.5 degrees south, because it is in the southern hemisphere. Similarly, for Arctic Circle, it is located at 66.5 degree north, and Antarctic Circle is at 66.5 degrees south, and the North Pole and South Pole that are at 90 degrees. That is North Pole is at 90 degree north, and South Pole is at 90 degree south. So the Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree north, Capricorn 23.5 degrees south, the Arctic Circle 66.5 degree north, and the Antarctic Circle 66.5 degrees south. So there are a total of 181 lines. These are some important ones that you have to remember. So this is all about latitudes. We will discuss longitudes in our next lesson. So we discussed in this chapter that locations in this lesson that locations are of two types: relative and absolute location, and that a globe has a number of imaginary lines drawn on it that are called latitudes and longitudes. The latitudes are lines that are drawn parallel to the equator, and they are called latitudes or parallels of latitudes. And there are a total of 181 lines of latitudes, 90 south, 90 north, and one of the equator. And the equator is also known as the Great Circle. That's it for now. Thank you.